Imagine being a child who wants to learn, but every step to school hurts. Cold sidewalks, broken shoes, empty pockets. Now imagine one small act of kindness changing an entire life. But here's the question. Right finger, what if the person who changes your destiny is someone the world has already forgotten? Stay with me, because this story will touch your heart. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, Globe, which country are you watching from right now? And have you ever received kindness when you needed it most? Let's start. In the heart of Brooklyn, New York, where tall buildings cast long shadows over crowded streets, lived a 10-year-old black boy named Marcus Reed. Marcus didn't have video games. He didn't have fancy clothes. What he had was a dream. Every morning before sunrise, Marcus woke up in a tiny apartment he shared with his mother and two younger sisters. The heat barely worked in winter. The fridge was often empty by the end of the month. His mother, Tanya, worked 2 cleaning jobs just to keep the lights on. "Baby, education is your way out," she always said, kissing his forehead before rushing to work. Marcus believed her, but there was one problem. His shoes were falling apart. The soles were cracked. Water leaked in when it rained. In winter, his toes went numb. Still, Marcus walked 3 miles to school every day. Because he refused to quit, other kids rode buses or got dropped off by parents. Marcus walked, past graffiti walls, past closed stores, past men standing on corners with tired eyes. Sometimes kids laughed. "Man, your shoes look like they survived a war." Marcus just looked down and kept walking. He told himself, "One day, I'll wear shoes that don't hurt." But pain wasn't just in his feet. It was in feeling invisible. At school, Marcus sat in the front row every day. Math was his favorite. Numbers made sense when life didn't. His teacher noticed he always stayed late, reading library books because there were none at home. But the person who truly saw him was Mr. Harold Bennett, a retired black schoolteacher in his late 60s who lived in the same neighborhood. Mr. Bennett walked his dog every morning and always saw Marcus limping down the street. One cold morning, he finally stopped. "Son," he said gently, "why you walking like that?" Marcus hesitated, then whispered, "My shoes hurt, but I gotta get to school." Mr. Bennett looked down. The shoes were barely holding together. His heart broke. The next day, Mr. Bennett waited. When Marcus came walking, Mr. Bennett held a small box. "Open it." Inside were brand new sneakers. Marcus's eyes filled with tears. I can't take these," he said. Mr. Bennett smiled. "Son, I taught kids for 40 years. I can tell when one is going somewhere. And you are." That day, Marcus walked to school without pain for the first time in years. But what Mr. Bennett gave him was more than shoes. He gave him hope. Every morning after that, Mr. Bennett walked Marcus part of the way to school. They talked about life, dreams, education. Mr. Bennett helped him with homework in the evenings. He told stories about black leaders who rose from nothing. "Where you start doesn't decide where you finish," he always said. Marcus began improving fast. Straight A's. Teachers were shocked. One winter, Tanya lost one of her jobs. Eviction notices appeared. Food became scarce. Marcus thought about quitting school to work. That night, Mr. Bennett sat him down. "Son, don't let temporary pain steal permanent success." He contacted community members. Help arrived: groceries, school supplies, support. A village formed around Marcus. By middle school, Marcus was winning math competitions. By high school, he earned a scholarship. The boy with broken shoes became the student everyone admired. Graduation day came. Marcus gave a speech. "I used to walk to school in broken shoes, until one man believed in me." He looked at Mr. Bennett in the crowd. Tears rolled down the old man's face. Years later, Marcus stood on a stage again. This time graduating from college as an engineer. First in his family, he bought his mother a house, paid off her debts, and did something special. He opened a foundation called Steps to Success, providing shoes, tutoring, and mentorship for poor kids in Brooklyn. And the first person he honored, Mr. Bennett. Sometimes all a child needs is someone who sees them. Broken shoes don't break dreams. Giving up does. So let me ask you, if you could help one child today, would you? And again, globe, which country are you watching from?